Oh, this feels like a real good one. Alrighty, finally got hooked up on the underspin here. Putting up a fight. Yes, sir. Look at that fatty right there. That is a chunk. Wintertime fishing. Yes, sir. That is what we're after right there. Underspin, fishing on the bottom, catching chunks. Man, that's a beauty. We'll take it. Alright, I'm gonna let her go catch some more. Alright guys, I'm sitting right on top of a shad ball. There's a bunch of bait sitting down there on the bottom, 16 feet deep. And I was throwing that underspin out and just creeping it down there on the bottom. Caught that first fish, so let's see if we can get on the school of them now. There's a giant, and I mean giant, pile of shad up under the boat right now. Alright guys, when you have a wall of shad like that right there, I mean there's hundreds of thousands of shad up under the boat. That's why it's important to throw something like an underspin. Just that little spinner right there will reflect that sun and do just enough to make it stand out over the rest of the thousands of shad down there. So that'll be one of the little keys that the fish key in on that'll get you that bite whenever there's just so much bait sitting right around. So underspins, great wintertime bait. Oh yeah. I got a big one on. Good. Yes. He's shaking his head. This feels like a really good one. Dang, I can't do nothing with it. Man, this sucker is strong right here. Oh, here she goes. Yeah, big old bass here. Yes, sir. Look at that chunk right there. Another bass on the underspin. Man, you just can't beat that. These are such solid, chunky fish. That one put up a heck of a fight too. So thick, eating all the winter shad. Alright, we got us a little pattern going. Alright guys, we're going to go through a cast and a technique on how to fish these underspins. And this is not for impatient fishermen. You need to be very patient with this technique. Throw it out. I'm in 14 feet of water. It took about 5 seconds for it to hit the bottom, so it's on the bottom right now. And I'm just going to reel it really slow. I mean extremely slow. So get those lower gear ratios. I'm actually using a 6.6 right now, and that's a little bit faster than I should have. Get those low gear ratios and fish it extremely slow. I have to always tell myself, slow it down, because you need that thing to be sitting right there. I almost like it sometimes when that blade is clicking the bottom. That runs it right by those fish that are sitting down there waiting on those shad to come by. So use fluorocarbon. I'm fishing 12-pound tests, and it scares me to death whenever these fish get right up beside the boat, but that's what you need. You need it to sink down and fish it extremely slow. Keep it on the bottom, and that's where you'll get those bites. There we go. Oh, yes sir, another fatty. Oh, this is a tank. Jeez. Come on. Yes, sir. That is a chunk. They are eating this underspin up. You have to love this underspin technique. Look at that. Let's go ahead and put her back. Oh, yes, sir. That's a good one. I actually stopped reeling there for just a second and got that bite. Oh, another big old chunk. This is just too fun. These are giant bass out here. I paused that thing and let it flutter down. And she came up and smashed it. There we go. Oh, that's old golden eye. Looks like she's got a bad eye. But she's a big one. Come on, Riley. Yes, sir. Yep, she definitely got a bad eye. That's a big old chunk. You can see that mud on her belly right there. I mean, she's sitting right there on the bottom. When I paused it, it probably fluttered right down there to the bottom, and that's when she hit it. You just cannot beat that underspin. It's doing its job today. We're gonna go ahead and let old golden eye back. I'm surprised she has good enough eye to see, but she found that underspin. That is a giant. Good gosh. Look at the size of that fish. Jeez. That's a giant. Look at there. On the underspin. Goodness. Look at how healthy that thing is. Man. junk. Alright guys, I'm going to end today's video on that big fish. I'm not going to lie, I don't usually get nervous whenever I'm reeling a fish in, but I was extremely nervous on that one as soon as I saw the size and how big it was. I'm using 12-pound test, so when I see a fish of that size, I get nervous whenever I got light line on. I like to go 17-pound test, that way I don't have to worry or get nervous, but luckily I landed her. Let's talk a little bit about the gear I was using today. Underspin, a 1/2 ounce in pearl white. And then I was going with a Zoom Fluke Junior trailer. Now sometimes I use that 4-inch Kitech boot tail, and to be honest, sometimes it works better, sometimes this Fluke Junior works better. You never can tell what they're gonna want, so I like to rig them both up and see, let the fish tell you what they want. So as far as the rod and reel, I got a Quantum Tour KVD medium 7-foot rod, and then I was using the 6.6 gear ratio Quantum Tour KVD reel, but like I said earlier, you can actually go down to a 5 ratio and it's probably even better. But 12-pound test, vicious fluorocarbon, fine day of winter fishing, and guys, you just can't beat that underspin. Every winter I go back to it and it produces every winter. It's something about that subtleness of it, and also that spinner when the, you know, it's overcast now, but earlier we had a lot of sunshine, and that blade reflecting that sun will really get those fish to key in on it, and it'll stand out running through those bait. So we also caught some good fish on the live target gizzard shad today. You'll be seeing that in a video upcoming soon. I'm going to do 2 separate videos from today. But as always, good luck out on the water, folks. See you next time.